So new things on the horizon for Alan Wayne. We've come up with two new versions of our workshop, our brand strategy methodology. One is completely focused on nonprofits and tailored for them, and the other is completely focused on small business and tailored for their unique needs. The nonprofit version we're calling AW Insight. It's still delivering the emotional data gathering that we normally would do, but we've split it where we're collecting on donors and participants of the nonprofit. And I can give you examples of that. We're also working on the brand attributes, still collecting data on these 6 key categories that we go through with everyone participating in the workshop. But again, we're splitting. So we're creating value propositions that are donor-faced, value propositions that are participant-faced. When we're doing the brand archetypes, we're doing 2. A little this duality in nonprofits is apparent. So the brand archetypes, they are companions, they work together, but we can split. And then we're still going into, value propositions, pitches, brand promises, brand actions. Again, the actions, instead of being focused on just a consumer, it's sort of having that duality again, where we're delivering bullet points for both sides of a nonprofit's existence. And then once all that's, sort of academic work is done, we do this for nonprofit, small business, anyone. We move into our design phase. But with the nonprofits, what's different, they're stylescapes. And if you don't know what a stylescape is, it's sort of like a designed mood board. Again, it's showing them both sides. So they're seeing, again, their participants and, those sort of faces in photography, but then also feeling what would move the donor, So we're not showing them a donor, obviously, but we're showing, again, through design, now through the visual, how to move those donors. So it's a really great sort of proof of concept module of what we do to get them to understand how their design is going to move forward in the work that we're doing. But it's almost like a poster of a stylescape, because it's telling them almost everything without being particularly focused on any one, say, design deliverable. We typically show them on those stylescapes, typical design stuff, annual reports, brochures, what might those look like? Again, curating photography, color, font, iconography, if I didn't already say that, what the website homepage might look like, what pop-up booths and banner stands and those types of, if we're at a convention, if we're ever at conventions again, what that stuff looks like. So they're really getting a breath of the new life of the nonprofit. And of course, the logo, didn't even mention that, but that's always involved. So, and then moving past nonprofits for a moment, Boost, there's a lot of the same things I just said, but for small businesses. Usually those teams, if there is even a team, is 1, 2, 3 people. So in the workshop, we pick on them for less time because they exhaust a little faster and there's less brains sharing ideas. So, giving our entrepreneurs, our new dragon slayers, a little bit of a relax on their mind. And we do try to help them, because we've done this so many times that, we can kind of get on their team and suggest things and, egg them on. But again, it's abbreviated. They get a lot of the same deliverables. They just get maybe slightly less, and not because they're getting a less of a value, less work, less of our attention. It's really just a matter of that streamlining, both for time and budgets. So we're really excited about both of those launches. Insight coming this fall. Boost, we're hoping to be able to launch this coming winter. We're being a bit ambitious, but I'm optimistic. We're also looking at launching a mentorship program with me, where students, graphic design students, either in high school or college, not just internships, I'm going to be clear about that, but they can do portfolio reviews with me. They can have mentoring sessions with me where we talk about where they are, what they might need to do to progress, how to break into the industry, how to get people like me, creative directors, to hire them. And this is something that we've beta tested, so to speak, over years, even not even realizing we've done it. And we know it works because I hired 2 of them. And I've seen a lot, my success stories for my young designers that have come back to me, and, the thank yous I've gotten have been, a blessing. Certainly a couple that I've had just recently during these challenging times, to have a couple of young people come back to me and thank me for the time that I spent with them, and hearing that they've gotten a job, they've gotten their first gig, especially now. Oh my God, is that exciting? So we're going to launch it where it's something that everyone can know about, rather than me secretly doing it, when like, hey, my nephew is a design student, can you help him out? Yeah, because that's how it's worked, right? So yeah, we want to open that up to more people, and see if I can't help, what's the phrase? Something, pay it forward. Pay it forward to more young designers. And if you humor me for a second, that's how I got into the industry. The 3 art directors that I've worked for over the 24 years I've been doing this, the first 2 took a risk on a kid and taught him a thing or 2, and the rest is history. And if that hadn't happened, I don't know that I'd be sitting here talking to you about this agency that I'm blessed to work for, and all these exciting things that I'm doing in branding and leading this team. So it's a personal project. It's a passion project. I'm really excited about it. And, I love talking to young designers and, young creatives, and really, really jazzed to help them jumpstart their careers.